Hey guys, I hope I am audible. So we are just going to start the live trading for budget, and as I have already told you, so today's plan, what exactly we are going to do, we are going to use a simple strategy of Nifty, which I have shared yesterday. So I have already set up the strategy on FinNifty, and I'm going to on FinTarget, and I'm going to click on the run. So alongside, I have also bought some call options. So generally, what I have seen is whenever the budget speed starts, so the market also tends to go higher. So it reacts positively in the initial time, and then it starts to move on its own. So I have just bought this option around 270, and like what I will do initially is just keep a stop loss. So the reason why I have bought this option is because today the DK will be quite low in the beginning, so only towards the end of the day you will start to see much of the DK happen. So I'll keep a stop loss at 220 in case if the stop loss triggers. That is absolutely fine. So let me just start by placing a stop loss. And so this is a buy position which I wouldn't maybe recommend anybody to take. So this is just an extra risky position which I wanted to try my luck with. So along with that, you can see that we have already started this fin target strategy. The trigger is going to happen at 10 a.m. So exactly around 10 a.m. we'll be having the first trigger of the strategy. So before I start off, like first of all, I want to know whether you're able to clearly hear me. So the stream started little late, so I'll be like I had the plans to start around 9:40 itself, but unfortunately I'm starting the stream little late. But I hope that you have all watched the video yesterday. So what strategy we are using? So it is going to be a simple Nifty strategy. We are going to go 200 points OTM. So I'm just going to make a small change here. So as you can see, this is 29 lots. So I will be going today with 27 lots each because I am not sure if the whole trigger happens. Maybe I'll go with 25 itself. So I'm sure of the trigger happening with this. So so initially I'll be going with 25 lots each. Yeah. Sorry for that. Yeah. So now we are all set to take our first entry. So alongside, as you can see, we also have the buy positions running. So this buy position, I'll be exiting quickly. So generally, why I have taken this is whenever the budget speed starts, I have seen that the IV increases and even the options suddenly shoot up. So just for that one particular thing, I'm holding this trade. So the live stream is actually happening at 720p. So in case if it is not clearly visible, you can definitely end up increasing your quality. So just go to the settings on your phone or like laptop, wherever you're watching, and you can increase your quality. So I hope audio is clear. Can somebody confirm, is the audio clear? Let me just brighten the lights a little bit. So I'm again like I would want to apologize because I'm trying to do pretty much in a hurry. So that's the reason I couldn't even start off with the introduction properly. So the thing is, since the 10 a.m. was the first trigger of the strategy, that's why I just wanted to come live and before the trigger of the strategy. So we are going with 25 lots, and let me just show you the margin right over here. So you can see that the available margin after like haircut everything is around 44. So along with that, we have also taken some Nifty entry. So together, we have another 2 more minutes for the strategies to start getting triggered. Okay. Hey guys. So sorry about the order. Just pay me couple of minutes. Like I'll just be back. So I just executed orders, and I also ended up punching some extra orders because we had some margin. So I have taken the trade right over here. So I'm so sorry for the audio issue. So I didn't realize the audio was not on. So really sorry for that. So just now I realized that I had actually switched off the audio. Really sorry for that. Right. So let me just give you a brief of what exactly happened. Just spare me a couple of minutes. I'll be there in a minute. Hey guys, so sorry for that. Really sorry for the delay. Let me just quickly summarize of what exactly has happened right over here. So the thing is, initially I had this call by, so I'm really sorry for the audio not being switched on time. So initially I had this call by. So why exactly I bought this call is generally I have seen that during the budget speech, whenever the finance minister starts to speak, right? So these options usually tend to start surging. And that's the reason like why I have bought this call option. So you can see that is happening right now. So this call option is going up quite a lot, right? So you can see this call option has already come to profits. So we have hit the stop loss on the call side right over here. On the put side, we don't have anything, but on the call side, the stop losses have already been triggered. So the re-entry will also take place. So that is not to worry. But you can see in case if required, we can end up squaring up this position of our extra call buy. So I think I would be happy doing that. So right now I have just squared off the extra call buy position which I had with a small profit. So now we are just running the system trade. So system trade, as you can see, we are already in a loss of close to around 10,000 rupees. So with system, we are actually in a much greater loss, right? So I am going to continue to carry this position. So let the system run as it is. So towards the end, if we get any opportunity to do any kind of discretionary trades, so I will be taking up that opportunity and doing that. So maybe till then, let's keep the same position running because we don't want to hamper the system while it is running. So in case if the option starts to come down, we are also going to get a re-entry. So there is nothing to worry about that. So let's let the system run completely. So in case if things go well, so we are also going to end up with a pretty decent profit. So later towards the end, in case if the market starts surging one way, we can also end up squaring up these two positions. So right now we have a 10,000 loss. So one good thing is, since we are trading with lower premiums, so even if both the stop losses getting triggered, so our loss is going to be pretty curtailed. So it is not going to be a very big loss. So meanwhile, I just want to tell you what I was doing. So the audio was on mute. So I was just trying to enter some quantity and manage my positions. Like I just saw how much margin I had. I ended up buying some hedges and then I entered some extra quantity. So the call stop losses are either way triggered. So let's wait for a re-entry or see if the puts are going to decay and give us some profit. So yeah, this is the current state. So like there's nothing much we are going to do till the finance minister actually comes out and gives the speech. So we are going to carry the same trades and see how exactly things are going to go for us. So let's continue to hold the trade, and we are going to maybe take some discretionary trades after the budget speech. So we don't want to do anything before the budget speech because markets can get volatile. So post 11 o'clock, we can take some discretionary trades. So I would also now want to make some interactions. So I'm so sorry about that. So I have not been interacting and I was busy taking the trades. So do let me know, what do you guys think about the budget? So are you positive about the budget? What do you think about the budget? So I would be more than happy to know that in the comment section. Okay, guys. Okay, let me read out some of the responses. So we have Mahantesh, who is very positive about the budget. So then we have Ram Kumar. So there will be perks due to election. So then we have Nishant, who is also pretty positive about the budget. So even in my opinion, the budget would be more on the popular lines itself. But I also somewhere believe that they won't be taking a lot of risk because of the election year itself. So like intuitively it makes sense to take risk, but in my opinion they might not take a lot of risk because of the election year. Like even though they have the majority in most of the states, so it's better to be played safe than maybe promise too many things and they don't come as a government. So they have majority in all the states, but since it's still the election year, they might play out safe. So when you take a look at Nifty, you can see that the market is slowly surging up again. So it's back to 60 points. So this is what generally I have seen, like even if you go to previous budgets, right? So I'll just show you this. So let me come to February 2023. So when we had the last budget. So even here, let me just come to 30-minute candles. Right? So this is February 2023. So you can see that around the budget speech time, after the budget speech, the market had rallied. So I will come further back again. So maybe February 1st, 2022. So you can see that mostly during the first hour, second hour, there is going to be some kind of an up move, which we are going to see. So here you can see that in the previous budget, we had seen almost around 80 points up move. So with this hope, I actually ended up entering that call buy. And the thing is, even though the premiums might not surge immediately, right? So they don't decay also because the budget speech would still not be started. So that's the reason, even if they don't go up quite a lot, they don't decay in a very quick manner. So only one bad thing is I got the entry at the wrong time. I didn't get the entry at the good time. So yesterday I had carried this position. So I had got at a pretty high point. So that's the reason I had actually had to take a hit in the morning. Otherwise, I would have got a much better exit than what I ended up getting now. So overall, this is the trade now. So we are at a 9,000 rupee loss. And you can see, unfortunately, I call like hit the stop loss. Almost, we could have saved easily close to around 17,000 here because our call stop loss got triggered. Uh, where did it get triggered? It got triggered somewhere around 42. So here is where our call actually got triggered. So somewhere around 42. So right now the option has come down to 37. So good that we opened this because we still have to cancel this stop loss. Right. So one more, I have a small request from all of you. In case if you are finding this stream useful, so please make sure that you also hit on the like button. So currently we have close to around 500 people watching, 600 people watching. So make sure that you click on the like button. Let's keep a like target of, let's say, 200. So because 600 people are watching, I feel that 200 should be achievable. So please make sure that you click on the like button for the live stream. So let us see how the trade is going to go. So anyways, in another 45 minutes, the budget speech is going to get started. So post that, I can also end up playing the speech right on the laptop. So we can also watch together, and maybe I will later show you around the office how exactly we are preparing for the budget around the office. So yeah. Okay, so we got our 200 likes. So thank you so much for all the support and love. Right. So we still are holding the same trade. So one thing over here, you can see something called as the net value. So assuming that we don't get a re-entry on the call side, so both of these options end up going to zero. So all of these options end up going to zero. We can still make a positive 27,000. So here the value actually comes out to be the opposite. So when it says negative 26,000, so it's actually a positive 26,000. So if all the options I have right over here goes down to zero, we can still end up making close to around 26,000 rupees. So I am not sure if we are going to get a re-entry. So even if we are going to get the re-entry, let me see the price at which we are going to get the re-entry. So initially we had entered the option at 28. So 28, again, if the option is maybe coming back towards 28, we are going to re-enter the position. So everything will be taken care by FinTarget, so we don't have to do anything much. So one more important thing what I had told yesterday is to make sure that we have our risk under check. So that is the most important thing, because we might end up making a profit, we might end up making a loss, so that is secondary. But what we have to really focus is to make sure that we control our risk. So what do I mean by control our risk? So the moment we are going to have a loss of over 50,000, which is 1% of the capital, we are going to square off all the positions, right? So there is nothing much to be done since we are doing system trade. Let's continue to hold on to the position. So I am only going to take some discretionary trades post 11:30, 12 o'clock when the budget speech actually starts. So let me just give you some more insights regarding budget, right? So let me just show you a couple of old budget days. Yeah, so this is February 1st, 2022. So you can see that this was the move around 12:45. So we had a fantastic decay up until 12:45. So this move actually came around 12:45, where the individual candle was almost around 2% in Nifty. So we are just talking about Nifty. So you can imagine what would have happened in Bank Nifty. It's needless to say, right? So similarly, when I actually show you maybe the budget of 2023, so again, you can see, so things were going fine. So around 12:45, 1 o'clock. So this was the 1 o'clock candle. So you can see that we saw an up move. So from 12:15 all the way till 1 o'clock, the market surged 1%. So we were up by almost 1%. But what happened later is from the top, where we were up by 1%, from this top, we actually ended up coming 3% lower, or almost around 600 points lower in Nifty. And in Bank Nifty, it's needless to say how exactly the market had moved on the budget day. So let me just show you the glimpse of that. So let's come back to 2022 February. So here, sorry, 2023, let's come back. Yeah, so you can see here, Bank Nifty from the top had actually come down closer to around 2.5% and then recovered completely within the next few hours. And when you come to 2023 budget, so here you can see what happened with Bank Nifty. So we saw a fantastic up move. So the market went 2% higher, and from 2% higher, we ended up crashing almost around 6%. So this was the kind of volatile move what we got to see in the previous budget. So that's the reason there is no hurry to take any entry. By chance, if you end up getting stuck on the wrong side, so you are going to have a huge trouble. So it's better to stay away than to get stuck in such moves. So let's let the system run as it is. So I will tell you how this particular this thing worked in the previous, like how exactly the strategy what we are using right over here worked in the previous budget. So let me just give you a glimpse of that. So the thing is, you can see a clear V-shaped move, right? So generally, whenever there is any kind of a big V-shaped move, we get hit. So that is quite obvious. So whenever the market is going up down, so we are going to get hit. So that's the reason we have added something called as the re-entry. So when we built the strategy also, we added something called as the re-entry or recost, right? So what this basically does is, so now our call option stop loss has been hit because the market has gone up. So while it is coming back down, we are going to re-enter our call position. So this one small tweak in the strategy is actually going to help us avoid any such V-shaped moves. And one of that is like how we saw in the previous budget. So like I would also want to know, okay, is there no audio again? Let me just take a look at it. No, I think the audio should be fine, I suppose. Can somebody confirm, is the audio fine? Cool, cool. Yeah, guys. So you can also let me know what trades you guys have taken. So I would also love to know that. Here we are only discussing about one trade which is running, but I would like to know your insights also. What do you think about the market? Where do you think the market can head? So how many of you? Let me create a simple poll. Let's keep this interactive. So where do I create a poll here? Okay, maybe I have to do it straight from the this thing. Yeah. Okay, do let me know, guys. How many of you think the market is going to surge? How many of you think the market is going to come down? So, what is your view on the market post budget? I know it's almost impossible to say, but like definitely we will have some kind of a gut feeling that this might end up happening, right? So if you ask me what might happen, my gut feeling is there might be some profit booking in the PSU sector because they have run up a lot. So that is my gut feeling. I might be wrong. So there is no doubt about that. So things might not go the way I am expecting, but I feel at least in the railway stocks, considering how they have gone up. So you see stocks like maybe, uh, okay, let me just show you stocks like IRFC. Right. So you can see these have run up as though there is no tomorrow. Even today, it is up by 5%. If you just take a look at the weekly chart, so just in matter of hardly 5 to 6 weeks, the stock is up by 150%. Right. So these stocks are actually run up quite a lot. And I feel some kind of profit booking might actually end up coming here. So this is my like my expectation after the budget, how the market might move. So it might not also happen. I might be totally wrong. So things might not happen the way I'm expecting. But yeah, so if I have to enter some discretionary trade, and if the market starts falling, so it would be in the direction of my conviction. So it becomes easier for me to enter the trade and take some further trades. So one more thing, like whoever is trading actively, you guys can also consider Bank Nifty. So this will be something which I am looking at also. So I had also discussed in my previous video. So if somebody is joining new and they are not aware of what strategy we have used here, right? So I have attached the link. So you can actually watch yesterday's video. In the yesterday's video, I have discussed what trades I will be actually taking. Right, so we have taken the same trade. 10 o'clock is our entry. Same trades have been taken, no different trades. Right. So now you can see that the market is actually started to surge. Luckily, we have profits in all the legs. So we have even in the hedge legs, we have some profit. We also have some profits in the sell leg. So, Bank Nifty, on the other hand, is actually offering us quite a lot of premium. So, you can see right over here. So, overall, we are getting close to around 1,200 points, little over 1,200 points. Generally, what tends to happen is, especially on a Thursday, Bank Nifty overall premium might be somewhere around 600, 700 rupees. what we are seeing now is particularly very, very high. So make sure that in case if you want to trade, you can create fantastic ratio spreads. So let me just give you an example of how you can do that. So let me just end up closing the window. There is some disturbance or noise coming from the back. So let me just close that window. Right. So I'll just here I have opened Stockmock. So let me just come to say builder. Right. So I'll just show you how a simple ratio spread might work. So let me go to Bank Nifty. So assuming that let's say I have bought a 46,000 call and I have bought a 46,000 puts. So since the premiums are so high right over here, I can go to something like maybe 47,000 and sell three lots, right? So I sell three lots right over here and I go back here and I sell something like three lots right at 45,000. So I can also make it something like four lots. So by doing this, I will be creating a ratio spread. So you can see my break evens, which are almost around 3.5-4% away. So this is quite a good break even to have, in my opinion. So it is giving you a lot of buffer, right? So what this does is having a ratio. So unlike just having a simple naked short triangle, so because you have this buy position, if the market starts to move in one direction, you're actually going to see some kind of surge in the premium. So this is going to surge faster than this option. So that's the reason you're going to have a slight advantage, because one option right over here, the buy option, is surging faster than the sell option. So this way you can also end up doing some simple ratio spreads if required. Okay, let me just turn the screen little. I hope the light issue should be solved with this. Yes, guys. So the FinTarget is now working absolutely fine with Fire, so you can definitely try it out. And also, in case if you haven't subscribed to the channel, so please do consider hitting the subscribe button. So we will be doing more such live sessions maybe in the future. So whenever any or any election time comes, so I'll also give out a strategy and I will trade live with all of you guys. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button in case you haven't, and also make sure if you haven't hit the like button, so you do that first by smashing that like button as much as possible. So I am just taking a look at stocks which are going. So the auto stocks are actually having a very, very big surge. So I'm not sure why that is the case though. So you can take a look at Maruti. So thankfully I still haven't entered a pair trade. So you can see Maruti just in the last maybe 15-30 minutes. So the stock is surging right from the beginning from 1200. It is almost now about to break the day's high. So we have seen a fantastic surge in Maruti. So not sure what is the reason behind this though, but the move is really, really good. So on the other hand, you can also see Mahindra is up by 2%. Somehow Tata Motors today is underperforming. So Tata Power is up by 1.5%. So other PSU stocks like PNB, then IRCTC, so all are up by almost a percent each, right? So this is again coming to the trade. So we are just like almost flat now. So just around 1,000 to 2,000 rupee loss. As I told, we are going to focus on making sure that our loss will be within the limit of 1%. Also, one more thing you can see on FinTarget is your analytics. So you will get to know your previous day P&L and how exactly the previous day P&L is going. So if you are using FinTarget to run your strategies regularly, so you can come here and take a look at your analytics. So tomorrow, these two are also going to get added to your analytics. Okay, as Sanjay here is mentioning, so the up move in Maruti is because of the positive results. So I was actually not aware about that. So I didn't actually follow Maruti results. So that is actually a very fantastic move, to be honest. So in case if the same is going to get continued with the other auto stocks, it is going to be really good. So, guys, just take a look at Bank Nifty here. It was down by almost around 200 points, if I suppose, if I'm right, right? So, I remember seeing Bank Nifty down by close to 200 points, and right now we have actually Bank Nifty has turned positive by 40 points. So, let me just open the chart of Bank Nifty here. So you can see this is the morning candle. So we opened higher and we were down almost around 450 points from the high. And right now you can see that we are again up by almost around 60 points. So we are seeing quite volatile moves already ahead of the budget. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope that this volatility doesn't end up hitting our stop loss on the other side. So you can just take a look at it. This is 1,000 point away call, right? So I just bought it as a hedge. This is 1,000 point away call, and this call option has actually surged and given us a profit of 3,500 rupees, something which I would have never expected, maybe. So you can just take a look over here on FinTarget. All the strategy loss. It is showing me a loss because this hedge I have purchased separately, not from FinTarget. But when you take a look at it, the FAR OTM premiums are surging quite a lot. So, in case if we can get any opportunity to maybe slightly come out of it, so that would be really good because we can start booking whenever we get an opportunity. So, if it is going to surge even higher, I don't mind I don't mind cutting off maybe another 500 more quantity. So whenever we get a surge on the other side, we will end up cutting this. So right over here, you can see that these two alone have given us almost around 3,500 rupees. So something which you would never expect a hedge to do, right? So you don't expect when your call stop loss hits, your hedge will actually end up giving you some money. But luckily for us, we have actually got some profits with our hedge. Okay, guys. Like right now, we have 348 likes. So, we have 755 people watching. So, if possible, let's try to get the like count to 500. So, I'm pretty sure you guys can do it. So, whoever hasn't clicked on the like button, so make sure that you hit the like button right away. And let's try to get it to an overall of 500 likes. So, right now it's 348. So, another 150 more to go. And I'm pretty sure it can be done. Okay, the entry prices are basically the break even. So break even is now not shown because the option is not there. Let me, yeah. So let me show the entry price was for this was somewhere around 270 if I get it right, and this was 28. So the entry price will be shown only if the position is open. So if the position is closed, this would not be showing anything. Okay, let me just open up PT now live. If will it be on YouTube? I'm not sure. Yeah. So let's see what is the update. Let me just mute right over here. Let's try to see what is the update. Okay, still we have 20 more minutes for the budget to start. So you can also see Z business has quite a lot of interest, right? So you can see ET now and the Swadesh has just around 400 people watching. You have Z business where 66,000 people are watching. So it's, supposedly this is having much more interest than the other one. Nonetheless, let's just keep it open. So so the whole point is just that in case if there are any quick updates, we can take a look at that. So now even the put side has started to surge. So you can see that from just around 21, little less than 20, the put side has now come to close to around 23. On the other hand, even the call side DK hasn't come in the way we expected. So let's continue to hold on to this position. Guys, how many of you are applying to BSLE IPO? So it is actually having 100% GMP. So BSLE IPO. So let me know in the comments. So who wants to, who are actually applying for BSLE IPO? So I was actually thinking of applying because today is the last day and it has quite a lot of GMP. So it might be a good option, I guess. Oh, okay. Shreyansh has actually applied from 9 accounts. So I suppose it is already oversubscribed by 90 times if I read it right. So let me just take a look at that. Okay, no, it's not BSLE. I think I'm getting something wrong. BLSC. Okay, let me just see what exactly it is. BLSE itself. Okay, not sure why exactly. Should I leave any space here or? Okay, BLSE. Okay. Sorry, now got it. Yeah. So yeah, okay. The currently the GMP is okay, actually 119%. Okay, and its retail portion is subscribed 49 times. Non-institution QIB. Okay, I think only the QIB people have higher chances of getting allotment. So I'm okay. This was on day one. I think now it would have been even much higher than that. So the GMP is this. Okay, one thing what you can see here is there is a higher chance of actually getting under BHNI category compared to the retail category. So the number of shares offered are almost same. So you can see there is 20 lakh shares offered. in both the places. So 9% shares are offered in both the places. But just that the number of people applying in BNI category or BHNI category is going to be lesser compared to people applying in retail category. So, but obviously the amount what you need to apply also increases quite a lot with this. So I think when it comes to this thing, like applying for IPOs, to be honest, like right now I'm just checking at revenue, profits, and all of that. So I had zero idea of what the profit was, what the revenue was. Just that there was a lot of hype about the GMP of the IPO, and I was just taking a look at it. So just give me a second, guys. I am just getting a call. Okay, so like unfortunately for us, there is zero decay. But one good thing is we got our exits, good exits, extra quantity, at a good price. So, anyways, we will continue holding our trade, so till we get a good exit. So, I am going to go a little aggressive post the budget. So, let's see if we can get any good opportunity. I'm also looking for opportunities in Bank Nifty if it is not very volatile. So, we are going to see some fantastic decay. So let's do one thing. So I'll just be back in maybe another 5-10 minutes. So I'll just keep the trades running. So yeah, I'll be joining you back at 10:55 just before the budget starts. Let's try to see how the market volatility is going to pick up. So, first of all, I would like to thank you all for joining the live. So, we have close to around 700 people who are actively taking part in the live session. So, real big thank you to all of you. And also, second thank you for is like always supporting. So whatever video we put up, you always show a lot of love and support. So thank you for that as well. So I'll be joining in another 5 to 10 minutes, just before the budget speech begins. Let us see how the market is going to react. So I'm just going to leave these positions as it is. So right now you can see that we are getting some surge on the call side. On the put side, there is no much action, so not much decay has been seen up until now. So let's see how things are going to go. So one thing which I'm very clear of is going to keep a overall SL of 50,000 for the portfolio. So not going to lose more than 1% today. So let's try to see if we can push for a percent profit on the higher end if possible. But otherwise, let's try to make sure that we have a pretty smooth and easy expiry, not trying to or not trying too hard to push for very high profits. Okay, guys, so the volatility has already picked up even before the budget actually started properly. So you can see the premiums are actually surging quite a lot. So this had gone well over 50. On the other hand, you can see this move in Bank Nifty. So a single candle moving almost close to around 150, 200 points, just a 5 minute candle. So the volatility is about to pick up, and we have the budget session, which is going to come hardly in maybe less than 5 minutes, I suppose. Like the speech should be started. So I'm quite excited for that, and like I would also maybe like to show you our office maybe later. So like what everybody is doing on the budget day. So I'll be sharing that with you guys. And right now you can see that the both the premiums are surging, both the call side and the put side, both are going up. So the call side hit the stop loss at 50, sorry 40. Right now it has come to 50, and on the other side put hasn't decayed at all. So let's try to see where it is going to head right from here. So surprisingly, very very surprisingly, this option that is 21,500 is actually trading just at a 10 rupee or 10 point premium. So that is something really surprising for me, because it has almost all of the intrinsic value, so very little time value, and this is not something which you get to see very often. So I'm not sure what has changed, or maybe the synthetic is much lower. That might be one of the possibility. But yeah, just with hardly 6 7 points of total premium, you get to actually end up doing very very good spreads in case if the premiums are the way they are. Right. So 21,800 is currently at 84. So you will get to do really good spreads with this. Okay. Okay, I think I won't be able to play with the audio, the speech, but I hope you're all able to hear. So what I will do is I will just set up the this thing. Like I'll just set up the television in our office, and I will just be there. And like I'll also show you how exactly we are preparing ourselves for budget. So yeah, overall, it looks like a positive start. Unfortunately, we squared this off 30, 40 points lesser, right? So this could have been easily giving us like another 16, 20,000 rupees more if we had held it. So my expectation was that during the budget we are going to see a surge, but nonetheless, what is gone is gone. So we can't see this anymore and feel bad about it. So very big surge in Nifty coming, Nifty up by 100 points. So I would maybe just go to the main trading hall, and I'll just take you guys there. Just a minute, I'll just set up everything there, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys. Yeah, welcome back. And I had to come back in a hurry. As you know, what exactly happened. So our stop loss is hit, and we are at a loss of 21,000. So both the premiums have surged. So you can see that I have lost 10,000 from here, 18,000 from here. So currently, we aren't having any trades. So the re-entry will take place depending on where the market is. Currently, the premiums are surging quite a lot. So even the market volatility is in the same way, right? So it's trying to go up and is our loss. So we still have time. If the market comes down, we are going to take a re-entry. So this might end us giving us a profit. So if not, we are also going to enter some discretionary trades and try to see how we can maneuver through the market. So there is no hurry. Let's wait for some time. Unfortunately, both the stop losses are triggered. So we will continue with the trade. So the advantage of also doing discretionary is in case if both of them are hitting the stop loss and we are going to book a loss. So I'm later going to come in and do some discretionary trades and try to reduce the loss right over here. So just look at this 5 minute candle. So it goes all the way up till here and then comes down another 100 points. So the premiums are surging all directions, right? So when you take a look at this, so on the put side also they're surging, on the call side also they're surging. So if the market is going to come down, we are going to get some re-entry in the call side. So on the put side, very unlikely that we are going to get the re-entry because it has to hit our initial stop loss and then roll down or come down. So you can see we have lost 28,000 from our system as of now, and our overall loss is around 21,000 thanks to the hit risk and this additional trade which we had taken. So let's continue to carry this position and see where this can take us to or lead us to. Unfortunately, our TV today is not working fine. So, like somehow things are not coming properly, and that's the reason I'm not able to play the budget on television. So let me at least try to see what is happening on YouTube right over here. Okay, I'll just, anyways, the stop losses are hit, so we won't be doing anything for a while. So I'll just take you where we also see the budget speed. Just give me a moment and I'll be taking you. Okay, so Vignesh has a question that PE didn't enter even though it went below the entry price. So the re-entry only happens if the option price goes back to the initial stop loss, not to the trail stop loss. So let me just give you an example. So right over here, let's say, yeah. So let's say we have started the with say entry at 25, our stop loss is at 40. So our trail stop loss after continuous trailing has come down to 31 or 32, let's say 30, right? So it's back to 25, it is not going to be Rather, the option price has to initially go back to 40 and then come back to 25 for the re-entry to take place. So that is the same logic which has been used in all the backtesting platforms. So whenever you are re-entering, it is not on the trade stop loss, it is on the initial stop loss. So that's the reason this 25 should initially go to 40 and then come back to 25 for the re-entry to take place. Okay, guys. So right now we are here. So let me just show you Ayush, who is also a fellow trader of mine. And here the budget is going on. Then there is Karthik and Kirana also, who are working simultaneously. No, yes, every jobs are going to get delayed. Unless she started. She started directly with farmers. Okay, yeah. So, okay, I'm so sorry, Shiv Kumar. So, can you please let me know what exactly happened? Like, what do you mean as the stop loss did not get hit? Oh, tissue. Okay, just holding the hedges. Can you hear the budget speech, guys? So, are you able to hear it? Is it too much? Oh, he's talking about Pradhan and I just reduced the volume. Yeah. Okay. So just waiting for one round of speech to get over so that we can also start re-entering some of the trades. Yes, Mithun. So we'll be adding pretty soon. So currently we don't have it, but definitely we intend to add it pretty soon. Nifty 200 point away is trading almost how a straddle trades, right? So it is having a normal straddle price, a 200 point away option. So, like as soon as the speech is done, if the movement is not there, so we are going to see uh, Like really, okay, we got the re-entry in the calls. So the calls has been re-entered. Oh, just look at the fall in Nifty, guys. Okay, so this is quite a massive fall in Nifty, to be honest. So that's why it's this can become a green candle also, like just telling, like anything can happen during budget. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that okay, this is right over here, suddenly something else happens. So it is expected to be very volatile, and that is something which we can see a glimpse of it right away. So this can again go back and hit our stop loss. There is a very high chance of even that happening. So currently the stop loss is at 40. So very high chance of it going and triggering again. So you can see it's already coming back up. Okay, very sad. I guess we are going to hit the stop loss. Again, it's positive. So I think it wants to make me hit my 1% even before I even plan to do any discretionary trades. I think I'll be out with 1% loss. Okay, two more points. I think we are hit on the call side again. So we have the last side on the put. So if the re-entry happens, if the market goes up and the re-entry happens. So if we haven't, yeah, I think call stop loss has been triggered. One call stop loss got triggered. Oh, what happened? These two options actually came to 40 rupees each. So there was no way we would have ever made a profit because when you actually take a look at it, our initial entry was at 20 and 20. So it was almost impossible that we would have actually gotten to profits from this trade. Pasta. Okay, only our first stop loss got triggered. Second one somehow got missed.
There is no dearth of opportunities, as many opportunities as we want. The country is capable of creating more opportunities. Sky is the limit. Unquote. Strategy for America. Our government will adopt economic policies that foster and sustain growth, facilitate inclusive and sustainable development, improve productivity, create opportunities for all, help them enhance their capabilities, and contribute to generation of resources to power investments and
I hope
growth.
we don't get done with the trade even before the budget speech is over.
Reform, perform, and transform. The government will take up next generation
The only thing
responsibility
I am
and
actually
will
concerned about is I
invest
don't want to hit
with
my
precision
overall
and
stop loss. That is 1%
invested in
before the
education,
budget speech is done, giving me
innovation,
no room to
labor,
take discretionary trades.
startups,
So that is something which I am
ensuring
actually afraid of more
timely
than
and
this.
adequate finances, relevant technologies, and appropriate training for the micro, small, and medium enterprises (MSME) to grow and also compete globally. Orienting the regulatory environment to facilitate the growth will be an important element of this policy mix. Aligning with the Panchayat goals, our government will facilitate sustaining high and more resource efficient economic growth. This will work towards energy security in terms of availability, accessibility, and affordability. For meeting the investment needs, our government will prepare the financial sector in terms of size, capacity, skills,
Okay, stop loss will
and
be gone.
regulatory framework.
Just the
As the rural
minute,
districts progress,
we are just surviving by a
will
minute
assist
this thing.
the states in faster development of aspirational districts and blocks, including generation of ample economic opportunities. Development of the East. Our government will pay utmost attention to make the eastern region and its people a powerful driver of India's growth. PM Awas Yojana Gramin. Despite the challenges due to COVID, implementation of PM Awas Yojana Gramin continued, and we are close to achieving the target of 3 crore houses. 2 crore more houses will be taken up in the next 5 years to meet the requirement arising from increase in the number of families. Rooftop solarization and Muft Bijli. Through rooftop solarization, 1 crore households will be enabled to obtain up to 300 units free electricity every month. This scheme follows the resolve of Honorable Prime Minister on the historic day of consecration of Sri Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. Following benefits are expected: savings up to 15 to 18,000 rupees annually for households from free solar electricity and selling the surplus to the distribution companies. Charging of electric vehicles. Entrepreneurship opportunities for a large number of vendors for supply and installation. Employment opportunities for the youth with technical skills in manufacturing, installation, and maintenance. Housing for middle class. Our government will launch a scheme to help deserving sections of the middle class, and I quote from Honorable Prime Minister's words, living in rented houses. My overnight profit has saved me around 2,000 my clients are and unauthorized foreigners. Unquote. To buy and build, to buy or build their own houses.
Okay, guys. So we are out with our third stop loss. So only last one entry is remaining. So that is on the put side. In case if that is also, hopefully we don't end up with 50,000, so that I won't be able to even take the discretionary trades. So in case if things we can hold our loss within 50,000, so then I'm also going to start entering some discretionary trades towards the end of the day.
Has benefited 38 lakh farmers and generated 10 lakh employment. Pradhan Mantri, Pradhan Mantri Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises Yojana has assisted 2.4 lakh SHGs and 60,000 individuals with credit engagement. Other schemes are complementing the effort.
So in case if the market continues to go higher, so we are going to get a re-entry in the put side. But unfortunately, my overall view on the market is it might actually come down, not go higher. So I'm little cautious about that. So now we have to wait for our last re-entry, that is in puts. So, but I'll also wait for the budget speech to get done before we also take some discretionary trades. So let's wait and watch how things are going to go.
Achieve Atmanirbhar for oil seeds such as mustard, groundnut, sesame, soya bean, and sunflower.
Okay, yeah, guys, do let me know how your trade is going. Sorry, so I was just watching the budget on the other hand, so I wasn't very active with responding.
Are transforming rural socio-economic landscape with empowerment and self-reliance. Honorable Speaker said,
So do let me know how your trades are going. Have you entered any trades? So we still plan to do two things. So one is re-entry in puts if the market in case goes up. So we'll automatically get the re-entry. The other thing what we are going to plan is some discretionary trades in case if the market starts to if we haven't hit our overall loss and market starts to move in our favor, we can plan out some discretionary trades. What I will also do is maybe cut out some of the positions here. The call side I can actually completely cut off.
And data are changing the lives of people and businesses. They're also enabling new economic opportunities and facilitating provision of high-quality services at affordable prices for all, including those at the bottom of the pyramid. Opportunities for India at a global level are expanding. India is showing solutions through innovation and individual ownership of its people. Research and innovation for catalyzing growth, employment, and development. Prime Minister Shastri, Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri gave the slogan of Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Prime Minister Vajpayee, Atal Vajpayee, made that.
Okay, till now there has been no big announcements which are actually made, so it's mostly like beating around the bush, which is happening, like telling about what India has achieved or what it is going to achieve than like any announcements. So if it is going to end on this note, it definitely is not going to be perceived well from the market. So almost 30 minutes into the speech, no big announcement has been made.
The corpus of 1 lakh crore rupees will be established.
Okay, at least finally we got one new announcement.
Provided. The corpus will provide long-term financing or refinancing with long tenors and low and more
Hmm?
I repeat that sentence. The corpus
No?
will provide
No,
long-term
no.
financing or refinancing with significantly in sunlight domains. We need to have programs that combine the powers of science and technology. A new scheme will be launched, bringing deep tech technologies folks have a city corridor. The project
Okay, again the market has started to go up. Okay, foot side stop loss, foot side order has been triggered. I only hope. What happened to the other order?
convenience and comfort of passengers. Aviation sector. The aviation sector has been galvanized in the past 10 years. Number of airports have doubled to 149. Air connectivity to tier 2 and tier has been
Okay,
widespread.
thankfully
While
only 500 entry
unprecedented
has been made.
new rules are carrying 1.3
Railway new
trillion
corridor.
Indian carriers
New
Indian
corridor. Where is
passengers
IRCTC going?
purchased orders for over
Yeah,
1.2
IRCTC is papa going down. I don't know why.
Buy on human hello news.
expansion of existing airports and development of new airports will continue expeditiously. Metro and Namo Bharat. We have a fast expanding middle class and rapid urbanization is taking place. Metro rail and Namo Bharat can be the catalyst for the required urban transformation. Expansion of these systems will be supported in large cities, focusing on transit-oriented development. Green energy. Towards reaching a commitment for net zero by
I hope
2070,
AWS here
the
progress.
following measures will be taken. Viability gap funding will be provided
IRCTC is going down
for
actually.
wind and energy for harnessing offshore wind energy potential for initial capacity of 1 gigawatt. Coal gasification and liquefaction capacity of 100 metric tons
BS is up by
will be
5%.
set up by 2030. This will also help in reducing imports of natural gas, methanol, and ammonia. Phased mandatory blending of compressed biogas
AWS
with
yes.
compressed natural gas for transport and piped natural gas for domestic purposes.
Okay, we'll see NGL also now.
MGL from 2%
Financial
already flat
assistance
हो
will
गया.
be provided for
Okay, guys, I'm just tracking individual stocks as and when they are making announcements.
to support
Okay, why is Paytm down 20%? RBI has put ban on onboarding new customers. Yeah, like they literally killed Paytm. So the whole payments bank is of no use if they can't onboard new customers.
infrastructure. Greater adoption of e-buses for public transport networks will
So
be
you can see, in
used
spite of
to phase the
positive announcements being done for these sectors, they hardly are trying to go up. That is what is more concerned.
for promoting green growth. A new scheme of biomanufacturing and bioeconomy will be launched. This will provide environment-friendly alternatives such as biodegradable polymers,
Because it is
bioplastics,
not going up.
Nothing is going up,
and
even though like the railway stocks are also going down.
I have a feeling आज अपना से मारेगा AWS.
this scheme will also help in transforming today's consumptive manufacturing paradigm to the one based on regenerative principles. Blue Economy 2.0. For
Same
promoting
thing how they
climate
give
resilient
1.0 का
activities
है.
for Blue Economy 2.0,
Nobody knows.
a scheme for restoration and adaptation measures and coastal aquaculture and mariculture with integrated and multi-sectoral approach will be launched. Comprehensive development of tourism.
Good DK is coming actually. I want to enter discretionary right now, but I'm just holding myself till they finish. I shouldn't be trapped both the sides.
India to global audience. Our economic strength has made the country an attractive destination for business and conference tourism. Our middle class also now aspires to travel and explore.
Even I'm changing this.
Tourism, including spiritual tourism, has tremendous opportunities.
Okay, guys, I think I'll start entering some manual trades. So I'm just waiting for this for too long. The DK is happening, and like I'm just waiting for re-entry and all of that. Slowly, I will start. Like nothing quickly. Like very slowly, one by one, will slowly start to enter. Based on the movement, we can start adding on the other hand. So meanwhile, I'll also take a look at Bank Nifty and how that is behaving. Maybe something like a 46,000 short straddle. So I'll just keep it added on my watch list.
investment.
So you can see that already 150, 170 points decay in Bank Nifty options.
Was 596 billion US dollars, marking a golden era. That is twice the inflow during 2005 to
So this two moves here, oh, this was a pretty scary move, which came at 11:15.
associating bilateral
So
investment
the this thing almost fell from 46,100 to 46,700. Wow.
first developed India. FDI is first developed
Hmm.
India. Reforms in the states of Viksit Bharat. Many growth and development enabling reforms are needed in the states for realizing the vision of Viksit Bharat. The provision of
Just
75%
putting everything and keeping so that whichever I feel is attractive at that point, it's easy to enter.
is proposed this year to support those micro-linked reforms by the state government. Societal change. The
Okay,
government
nothing major as of now. Almost 45 minutes into the budget speech.
challenges arise
Uh,
Last 5-10 minutes.
from fast population growth and demographic changes.
Still, no big announcement in any of the major sectors. So they have done little bit for power and railways. Railways, I'm not sure, but
I have a
uh,
feeling market won't move.
yeah, like there
See,
is.
premiums are not justifying it. You see, 100 points away, premium 40.
Stands committed to
100 points away on normal expiry trade just 25.
high growth and
Hey, no, not so much less.
to realize
11 o'clock 90 will be pakka I was
the
seeing.
Prime Minister in this Independence Day address to the nation in the Senate
Last week only you
year
see.
of our republic said, and I quote, we commit
The
ourselves
basic
to
value.
national development,
PM said and I
new
go.
inspiration, new consciousness,
Okay, I'll just be back in a minute.
immense possibilities.
So I'm just putting everything so that if any I can get any discretionary entries, I can do that. Otherwise, I'll just wait with the same trade.
Every challenge
Let's see how things are going to go. Somehow, like market is not reacting to any kind of this thing speech.
these have placed the country on a resolute path of sustained high growth. This has been possible through right policies, true intentions, and appropriate decisions. In the full budget in July, Honorable Speaker, our government will present a detailed roadmap for
How
a
are the shares they will come?
of Viksit Bharat.
How can you carry that?
that you don't ask me.
Its estimates.
Oh, that is actually important.
Revised estimates of 2023-24. The revised estimate of the total receipts other than borrowing is 27.56 lakh crores.
The decay is also happening from 40, it has come to 31 and 39.
0.24 lakh crore rupees. The revised estimate of total expenditure is 44.90 lakh crore rupees. The revenue receipts at 30.03 lakh crore rupees are expected to be higher than
If I get my full entry in put side, I am pretty sure that I am also going to enter the call side on my own. So let the re-entry happen on the put. So I will re-enter the calls on my own.
budget estimates, notwithstanding moderation in the nominal growth estimates. Budget estimates for 2024-25.
This will move on.
Coming to the year 2024-25, the total receipts other than borrowings and total expenditure
They will give
are
you some
estimated at
random
30.80 and 47.66 lakh crore rupees respectively. The tax receipts are estimated at
The range 59.
26.02
Nifty
lakh
now.
crore rupees. The scheme of
One up move they give and get my trigger happen, then I will just enter the calls.
this year with an outlay of 1.3 lakh crore rupees. We continue on the path of fiscal consolidation as announced in my budget speech of 2021-22 to reduce fiscal deficit below 4.5% by 25-26. The fiscal
I'll do
deficit
some ratios.
2024-25 is
Kiran, I'll be doing some ratios. Click on.
5.1
account manually after putting on. I stopped it.
Growth and net market borrowing through Backtest securities during 24-25 are estimated at 14.13 lakh crore rupees and 11.75 lakh crore respectively. Both will be less than that in 23-24. Now that the private investments are happening at scale, the lower borrowing by the central government will facilitate larger availability of credit for the private sector. Vote on account. I'll be seeking vote on account approval of the budget through the appropriation bill for a part of the financial year 2024-25. I will now move to part B. Honorable Speaker, sir, over the last 10 years, the direct tax collections have more than trebled, and the return filers.
Okay, let me just enter the hedges on the put side.
I would like to assure the taxpayers that their contributions have been used wisely for the development of the country and welfare of its people. I appreciate the taxpayers for their continued support. The government has reduced and rationalized tax rates. Under the new tax scheme, there is no tax liability for taxpayers with income up to 7 lakh rupees.
Yeah.
Up from 2.2 lakh rupees in the financial year 2013-14. The threshold for presumptive taxation for retail businesses was increased from 2 crores to 3 crores.
Oh.
Similarly, the threshold for professionals eligible for presumptive taxation was increased from 50 lakh rupees to 75 lakh rupees. Also, corporate tax rate was decreased from 30% to 22% for existing domestic companies and 14% for certain new manufacturing companies. Honorable Speaker, sir, in the last 5 years, our focus has been to improve taxpayers' services. The age-old jurisdiction-based assessment system
Kirana,
was
Reban.
transformed with the introduction of faceless assessment and appeal, thereby imparting greater efficiency, transparency, and accountability. Introduction of updated income tax returns, a new Form 26AS, and pre-filling of tax returns have made filing of tax returns simpler and easier. Average processing time of returns has been reduced from 93 days in the year 2013.
Okay, guys, I'm doing some ratios in Bank Nifty. I hope that like you're able to catch what exactly is being done. So I'm sorry that I'm not able to give the live commentary of what I'm doing. So I have just entered some ratios in Bank Nifty because I feel the premiums are quite attractive.
Reduce the compliance burden on trade and industry. The industry has acknowledged the benefits of GST. According to a recent survey conducted by a leading consulting firm, 94% of industry leaders view the transition to GST as largely positive. According to 80% of the respondents, it has led to supply chain optimization, as elimination of tax.
Okay, what did I get?
Disbanding of checkposts at the state and
I
city
got something.
At the same time,
Okay, I think the stop loss is just being trailed, nothing else.
and the average gross GST collection has almost doubled to 1.66 lakh crore. This year,
Coming.
states too have
Oh, okay, there is a rejection.
ST
Okay, 1152, there is a rejection because I think of
in the
no enough margin. So let me just add up this and re-enter this.
2023 has achieved a buoyancy of 1.22. In contrast, the tax buoyancy of state revenues from subsumed taxes in the pre-GST 4-year period of 2012-13 to 2015-16 was a mere 0.72. The biggest beneficiary is the consumers, customs to facilitate international trade. As a result, the import release time declined by 47% to 71 hours at inland container depot, by 28% to 44 hours at air cargo complexes, and by 27% to 85 hours at sea over the last 4 years.
I didn't hear properly.
When the national time release study was started.
Okay. I'm punching it.
As for tax proposals, in keeping with the convention, I do not propose to make any changes relating to taxation and propose to
Corporate
retain
tax
the
reduced to
same tax
22%.
rate for
Corporate tax,
direct
yeah.
and
From
indirect
25% it was.
including import duties.
Market hasn't reacted to it.
However, certain tax benefits
Oh, again, it's not
and
coming
investments
through.
made by sovereign wealth or pension funds, and also tax exemption on certain income of some IFS
Uncle, which budget was your
are
favorite among
expiring
all?
on 31/3/2024.
One there was one budget where after
In taxation, I propose
one more
to
that
extend
one
the
Marwari guy
date
was the
from
final minister and he told that
31/3/2025.
I was so bullish that my portfolio went from 2 crore to 20 crore.
Moreover,
Leverage
in
was.
line with the government's vision
Okay,
to
why is it short
Money
form?
Money
to
converted.
make an announcement
What's the
of
FMU
improved
converted?
taxpayer services. There are not number of petty, non-verified, non-reconciled or disputed direct tax demands, many of them dating as far back as 1962, which continue to remain on the books, causing anxiety to honest taxpayers and hindering refunds of subsequent years.
No change in tax rate but causing an
Withdraw
interest.
such outstanding direct tax demands up to 25,000 rupees pertaining to the period up to financial
Okay, guys, a lot of changes being made.
and up to 10,000 rupees for financial years 2010-11 to 2014-15. This
22
is
one.
expected to benefit about a crore taxpayers, 1 crore taxpayers who will benefit of
Market will not find.
economy then and now.
Okay.
In 2014, when our government assumed the reins, the responsibility to mend the economy step by step and to put the governance systems in order was enormous. The need of the hour was to give vote to the people, to attract investment, and to build support for the much needed reforms. The government did that successfully following a strong belief of nation first. The crisis of those years has been overcome and the economy has been put firmly on a high sustainable growth path with all-round development. It is now appropriate to look at where we were then. I repeat, it is now appropriate to look at where we were then till 2014 and where we are now, only for the purpose of drawing lessons from the mismanagement of those years. The government will take
Kirana, I'm changing. No.
track record of governance, development, and performance, effective delivery, and just
Yeah, can you check
have
my
given the
Stockmock
government
also once
trust,
after you're done with that?
confidence, and blessings of the people to realize whatever it takes.
Why do I feel there is going to be a big crash? Nothing has been. Oh. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, no one stop loss I'm taking, okay?
Why are they clapping? There was nothing major.
budget, as she promised, she wanted to keep the spectacular announcements for later. Very
Oh, later.
budget where it is actually given up the
Hi, Karthik.
purposely back in July.
Kirana, it's balanced, no? Huh?
Now she actually do a like it. Let me get into start with solar housing.
Okay, thanks.
And the fact that she's looking to expand some popular schemes.
Stop this. What happened? Okay. Huh? Extra. Extra.
On the Modi guarantees or the populist kind of scheme again, there are two announcements.
Nobody got, neither the market nor the common man got anything.
One is that
No change in tax.
new houses, and these are new houses, and then 1 crore solar rooftop systems for actually to the government of subsidy. It could be, I think, something like an existing scheme which provides for small
Okay.
my sense is that this will be either fully subsidized or substantially less than an hour. So the just because they weren't long that. But in a sense, she has kept up what used to be the original.
I wanted to ask you,
Huh.
live
No. Kiran, I'm exiting now. Okay, guys, I think I'll be going with Bank Nifty for now because these things feel more attractive than the other one.
My big takeaway is that the four pillars that we have, which is a very
Kiran, one more.
I think you will see much more action on them.
1 second. Balance.
And I think she's very confident we get the download. But the other big one is the extension of the Ayushman Bharat to all the Anganwadi and the Asha. And the Asha workers.
Somehow no movement is coming, but I'm also scared of that.
almost right.
Huh?
I think that's the one where I think more will be enough to how this grows.
Okay, thanks.
I'm working everything to 17 days. And not being ordered.
This budget, as you said, reflects the government's confidence that they will be back there in 2024 and do not want to create a pitch for the next finance minister to try and get the sums right. Very well made out
Actually, I cut little on the put side. I'm bearish from morning. I don't know why I'm holding.
From 2019 to 24, you have a far more self-confident comfort. I think in 2019, I also sense, even though eventually the number got that big victory, there was a sense in January, particularly of 2019, that the election would be very competitive. I think there's a sense in February 1st, 2024, that the opposition is in complete disarray. And I think typical of a clever government, and the one thing about Mr. Modi is that he's politically very sharp. He recognized that this is not a moment for disruption. And I always saw it in that confidence.
Okay, thanks.
It's far more important than what's being done. That's right. Because weeks before the election, have this kind of confidence that we don't need to do anything dramatic. We don't need to be popular. We don't need to roll out the populist red carpet which will come back to that. That's right. I mean, I think it shows, like I said, how much you have.
After can you lean in favor? In favor. Big something.
Then I entered one more.
may unfunded extent of the union budget for this year. And this number is only going to increase.
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆಯಾ?
This is a vote on account to keep the government solvent over the first quarter of the next financial year. What is extremely worrying is the increasing fiscal deficit. Because the numbers which have been presented by Finance Minister clearly demonstrate that over 18 lakh crores is the unfunded extent of the union budget for this year. And this number is only going to increase. See, ultimately, this is a vote on account to keep the government solvent over the first quarter of the next financial year. So a level of confidence which is not just unique in Indian political context, but unique in international
What's going on?
context. Where the
No,
government
it's
doesn't feel the need
flat,
to
fully
engage
flat.
beyond and do anything dramatic on the populist front. In the confidence that they will be back in July with the full budget. And that obviously is a political message to us. That's not just the finance minister, that's the message to the government. Economy was on what's going on. And the government very wisely decided to play it with constituency, the middle class, the farmers, and the organized workers. This time it seems to be that need to sort of cater to these classes for populist measures has also not been met. This is maybe because that the confidence that other things and will take care of the political side, we will need to service the people. But it is very uncharacteristic in the sense of the government not utilizing whatever lever is available. Whether this will be sort of pulling back a little bit in times to come, I don't know. Let's see. But this is quite uncharacteristic. That now you are
Can you check my stop loss?
pushing for. Interestingly, Raghuram Rajan will be doing a press conference at 2:30 p.m.
The guy will just slam the budget.
The finance minister has presented a straight budget. It will be interesting to see what Raghuram Rajan has to say. He's in Jaipur for the Literature Festival. He'll be doing a press conference on the bunch. So politics playing itself out, I think, in different ways. The government not being very political, but you got Raghuram Rajan, who at some level aspires potentially to be finance minister. That's what question I would raise in what capacity. Raghuram Rajan has written a book at the moment, so he has every right to be at the Jaipur Literature Festival to promote his book. But if he is responding to the budget, then in what capacity?
Okay, guys, I think I should cut out everything because somehow I'm not able to gauge the movement of the market. We have hit on both the sides. We have got very well hit. So it's time for me to come out of the trade and stop trading for today. So we are back above 48,000. So any surge is also going to hurt us. So I'll be quickly out of today's trade.
The second thing she said that we will place a white paper of what happened
Yeah,
in
okay.
2014 and what happens now. The theme of this book is also India's
Okay, so I am out of the trade. So clearly, I am unable to judge the direction of the market. So I thought, okay, there was no big announcement. The markets might come down, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. It did come down, but this recovery was maybe not something I expected. So I made it clear that I would be exiting everything at a loss of 1%. So we have taken 1% loss today. So budget days are generally my favorite days because we get to take pretty good trades. But somehow today things haven't gone as I expected. So this volatility where we took multiple stop losses in the morning, so I wasn't able to come back from there or bounce back from there. So that's the reason I will have to close down all the trades now and maybe consider re-entry sometime later on. So quite a volatile market. got trapped pretty nicely in all the sides. So couldn't make most of from any side, not even one side I was able to make most of it. So currently out of all the trades, let's try to. So I don't think I'll be taking any more trades today. So it will be exiting everything at a loss of 1%. So maybe something like holding on to these triangles would have made more sense. But we were at multiple places at the same time. That is in Nifty, Bank Nifty, and trying to do a lot of things at one time. Didn't really play out in the way we expected. So as of now, I have closed all the positions. Let's see how we can get back from here. So there is no hurry, like nothing to be done today itself. We still have quite a lot of time. We can slowly take it up tomorrow and try to see if we can recover this over maybe next 2 or 3 days. So I think, yeah, that's for today's trade. Unfortunately, I might not be able to trade till the end of the day because we are already out of today's trade. So this is a fantastic move. We'll just keep it going for maybe another few more minutes and see how the market is going to move. One good thing is we are out of all the trades. So banking stocks are going up. Some like even Bank of Baroda is actually surging.
Railway stocks are over.
So not sure why such a move came in Bank of Baroda. So but really good move. So on the other hand, railway stocks are going down. PSU stocks are surging next level, like Canara Bank and even Canara Bank and PNB, both of them are up by 2%.
Even State One.
So something like yeah, BSC is up by 5%, still holding strong. So then we have Bank Nifty, which is doing really well. So just take a look at Bank of Baroda. The daily chart also looks fairly good, really good. This thing. So as of now, things are looking quite strong. So we should see where exactly things are headed. But now, as of now, things are quite strong. Okay. Yeah. Like so now the thing is when you actually take a look at this, it looks quite tempting to take these trades, but since we have hit the maximum loss, see, taking the trades is quite easy, but sticking to the plan is a little difficult. So we have already hit the maximum loss we intend to hit. So if we further continue, it would be actually over trading. So even though now the market is heading higher, things might look more clear, but we are already we have hit all the stop losses and we are out of the trade. So it would be a forceful trade which might not be worth taking. So this move really caught us off guard. So that is when the market came down, and I really didn't expect such a big up move. So if it is going to break the day's high and go up or come down again, that is something yet to be seen. But overall, yeah, not a great day, to be honest. So because before even the budget speech was done, we were already down by 45,000. There was hardly anything we could risk. So just when the time was looking that okay, we might somehow come back or bounce back, so we also got hit with Bank Nifty, uh, fooling us on both the sides and coming down. So if you take a look at other portfolios as such, most of the, except for some PSU banks, all others are actually down. So I'm not sure what was the move for. So apart from PSUs, everything else is actually down. And So Maruti is up. On the downside, we have the IT stocks coming down. We have Larsen coming down. So yeah, good that I'm out of the this thing. So now I can just watch the action without being a part of it. So let's see how things are going to go. So something like maybe we'll see what is up with HDFC Bank. Okay, HDFC Bank also not much of a movement is seen. Things are totally flat. Something which would really make you feel bad is market ending completely flat, right? So that will actually make you feel bad considering the trades you had. You would have got a fantastic exit. So, but unfortunately, you don't have that any longer. So yeah.
Any budget speech anywhere in the world where the finance minister announces achievement of a just grand milestone. What does it have to do with budget? Honestly, but forget that these are small commercials. You don't have much to announce. On internet, the real problem to my mind, the real crisis is failure to acknowledge a crisis. That there is a serious unemployment crisis in this country was completely unacknowledged. That the farmers face a serious problem. The GDP is down to 1.8%.
Okay, so now I'll just get back to the chat section. I'm so sorry. Okay, so now we have one. Okay, let me start reading from the top, right? So let me scroll down. Yeah, so one is by Asen. I suppose that I'm pronouncing the name right. So his stock recommendation on IRFC and IDFC. So let's see what is up with IRFC. So IRFC is was up by 5%. Currently, it has come down. So surprisingly, actually, I was quite surprised that no big, like nothing was made. Like forget about any big announcements. Like nothing really insightful. No allocation. Absolutely. Even though it's an interim budget, maybe something little populist was something which I had in mind. But yeah, and also after the budget, I thought, okay, markets might come down. So you can see that how markets often tend to surprise us. But yeah, coming to IRFC, not sure where exactly it can head. So right now it is coming down, but can it actually? So looking at the run up, so can it continue the run up? I am not really sure because of no major announcements being done. But you should always be in for a surprise considering how markets are moving, right? And the next question what we have is. Scalping trade is the best today. Yes, that would have certainly been much better than what we did. So maybe not getting scared on the put side and just holding the same trade would have also turned out to be really good for us. But unfortunately, since we tried multiple things, it didn't work out the way. So let me see how much we lost from Bank Nifty. So this actually would have been a fantastic trade. So it would have ended in a really good positive this thing. But we tried to do a lot of adjustment and changes here, expecting a move, and that didn't come, and we nicely got hit on all the sides. So next, coming to uh, Gagan, so how do we join your course? So we don't have any course as of now. So like there is nothing paid really, so which you can actually purchase from us as of now. So that's the reason you might not be able to join our course. Right? So then we have Devi Prasad who has written Well Tried Saket. So thank you so much for that. And then yeah. So yeah, like with that, currently the market is again showing some kind of weakness. Nifty is slowly trying to hover between positive, negative, but really good decay in the options. Just look at these options, guys. We were trading the same options at 40 rupees. Currently, they're at 10 rupees. So any little late entry would have turned out to be really good for us. So absolutely flat day. Yeah, and more or less we have taken up most of the questions. And as I told you, it's very tempting to trade. So it looks like the market is going nowhere. It might find some support on the downside. It might find some resistance on the higher end. So you are surely tempted to trade some far OTM options, but what to do? So you have hit your maximum risk capacity, and you will have tomorrow, you will have day after tomorrow to come and trade again. So the thing is, right now, if you have taken multiple hits, you won't be in a good position to take any trade. So again, we will end up screwing up the entire position. So sometimes it is better to uh, take a day off and then maybe slowly enter the trades from tomorrow. So now we are also seeing sell off happening across PSU stocks. So Dr. Reddy is down by 3%. Yesterday it was up by 5%. So, but overall the market is somehow very flat. So there is no much of movement seen. So somehow really flat. And let's see what is happening to power stocks. Like no major announcement in any of the sectors. NTPC is also again quite flat. Auto stocks are still on the rise. Yeah, guys, I think that's it for today's trade. So, since we are done with the trade, all we can do is sit and talk about how the market is moving. So, that might not be something really interesting for all of us, right? So, yeah, let me stop sharing my screen. Yeah. So unfortunately, we will have to close today's trade. So it didn't go as per what we expected, mainly because we were almost out of the trade even before the budget got over. So we were down to something like 45,000 loss around 11:30 itself. So with 5,000 as a buffer, there was not much I could do about it. So I had to take a loss on the whole side. So ending the day with 1% loss. So let's try to see how we can get back from here over time. So I hope all of you are having a great day. So I am not sure about us, but I am pretty sure you will be having a great day. So all the best for rest of the trading day. You still have 3 more hours to go, but I am done for today's trade. So I'll be maybe catching you again soon in another live session. Maybe some other day where the market is not so volatile. So we can maybe catch up for one more expiry and to see how we can take it up from there. So apart from that, I hope all of you had a nice session. You enjoyed joining this live. So, okay, if anybody is having any issue with FinTarget, please do contact support because we actually executed all the orders through FinTarget in live, so there was no real issue faced on the execution front. So all the orders, all the 6 orders with re-entry were executed live. So, Karthikeyan, thank you so much for the support. And if you guys have by chance in like the entire stream and you have found it informative, make sure that you hit the like button, share this video, and also you can follow me for more such videos. Thank you so much for joining, guys, and I will be catching you soon in another video. See you guys.